On Divorce Court today, are demands for wild and spicy bedroom behavior the only issue keeping Lanese and Vernon from walking down the aisle? She says his freaky requests make her uncomfortable, but if she doesn't play, will he stray? Lanese Thomas and Vernon Martin have brought their dispute for Judge Lynn Toler to resolve. Testimony in divorce court before your vows starts now.
I think, as everyone knows, this is my favorite thing to do. Ms. Thomas and Mr. Martin, you two are engaged. You're not quite sure whether you should get married, so you came here to get my sage advice on the issue. You gave me your marriage license. If I feel it's a good idea, I'll give it back. If not, I'll rip it up, burn it, you know, dig a hole and bury it. Whatever seems appropriate. We're gonna get started, and I'm gonna talk to you, Ms. Thomas, about your issues. You say that Mr. Martin is trying to get you to jump way out of your comfort zone. What does that mean?
When I say that, I mean, like, I mentioned a date night, and I'm thinking, you know, a movie, a dinner, because, you know, we like Italian, and, you know, he likes my lasagna, so I'm thinking maybe he want to, you know, do something like that. He does a 360 on me, and he started talking about, we need to try new things, you need to open up. He started talking about sex toys and all this. I'm like, wait, hold up. Like, you know, you just jumped the gun on me. Like, you know, I'm a kind of, you know, I'm not a prude, but
you keep it basic. There's nothing wild. Now, how long had you been together when he made this switch to a greater freak need?
We've been knowing each other for a while, but we've been together for 5 years. Yeah.
But when did he start making
this was
requests?
like maybe like 7 months ago.
7 months ago. Mr. Martin, is that an accurate reflection of what happened?
You know what, to be honest with you, Your Honor, I don't know where this is coming from. This has been a while going. I've always wanted this to go on, but it's just a matter of talking to her about it without us getting into a misunderstanding.
Yeah. Now, as gently as you can, tell me how far you're looking to go. I mean, are we talking other people? We talking you want to watch stuff? Is it a toy thing? Are you getting hoists and chains and leather? What nature of freak are you seeking?
You know, I just wanna, you know, a little tie, little. You know,
little tied up,
little tied up, little role play, little fun, you know, nothing crazy. No third party though.
No third party.
No third party. No.
Which is because it never works out, Martin. It never ever works out.
And I'm
now, Miss Thomas, I'm gonna plead his case for just a hot second here. Just a hot second. A little bit of this and a little bit of that. Do you find it offensive, or it's just like it's a little strange? I mean, I'm not real comfortable.
Not real comfortable. I feel it's kind of weird, you know, something I never done. But I'm good with the lingerie and heels. I dress up, you know.
Right.
But after you tie me up, what's gonna happen next?
Yeah. I understand. I would have trouble with that too. Would you mind if she tied you up?
Well, first of all, this is my fancy list, so let's keep it right there.
Right.
Second of all, Your Honor, you know, we're together, okay? And if we can't do these things together, how are we gonna move forth? I mean, respectfully, I'm sure you're a married woman, and I'm sure there's gonna be a time when you and your husband want private time to do certain things. Well, that's where I'm at with this. You know, I just wanna have private time with my woman and have fun. She's taking on her grandchild. Right now, that's 5 years old, and, you know, kids need attention, and I can respect that, not to take it away from her. But at the same time, I am a man, and I have needs, you know? And there'll be times where I think the mood is going, you know, it's about to come, and the next thing you know, ba. It's a knock on the door with her and her finger. Grandma, I need some cereal, you know? And out of respect, you know, you can't deny the kids, but
sure.
I want my adult time.
Ms. Thomas, have you figured out a way to make sure that your man gets what he needs while you're still caring for people who clearly have a great number of needs, which is children?
Yeah, but I'm still trying to figure out, like, what's gonna happen when you tie me up.
You're worried about that. I see that. Okay, Mr. Martin, here's what I'm gonna say to you. Are you at all hesitant at your age saying, hey, now I got a 5-year-old to raise? I mean, that would be a legitimate concern.
I am concerned about that, but this is the reason why we're here, you know, because I love my lady. I think she's a beautiful person despite what we have going. You know, but these are small things, you know, small things to a giant, and we're trying to get big, so we have to work on the small things. So that's where we're at today. I just want her to know that, you know, regardless of how it looks and how it sounds, I really care about this woman. You know, just my lady.
Now, your wannabe husband over here, that's what I'm gonna call your wannabe husband over here, said something very cute that I thought it was cute. He says he's got good steak, but no sauce. And he wants a little sauce. I don't want you to do anything that's uncomfortable to you. Can you meet him halfway with stuff?
Yeah.
That I mean, clearly, she don't want to be tied up. You get that part? That's just not gonna happen. She doesn't feel safe, it's not gonna work out. But that, you know, maybe one ought to be creative in the kind of needs that you can feed and find something that's a little, you know, less captive. and still, you know,
But Judge,
feed your freak.
Your Honor, he's talking about this steak. He got a juicy steak right here. He don't need any sauce.
Oh, okay.
You know, you don't need that.
Excuse me, Your Honor.
Yeah.
Who eats a steak with no sauce? Tell me.
But see, you know.
I understand it's been marinating because it has been, babe. I'm trying to bring it to the. I'm trying to cook it now.
Mr. Martin, I'm gonna let you beg later. But right now, we're gonna take care of what we're gonna take care of. Here's what I see. In addition to the disconnect that you have with respect to your sexual wants and needs, I think there is a huge issue with respect to communication. Both of you are saying to one another, this one won't listen, this one doesn't hear. So, and that's a huge issue. So if you can't get the communication together, the sex will never come together either. So we need to talk about that communication.
Next, can a fast food order really tear this couple apart? Your mama warned you not to marry your mate. If she was right and divorce is your best option, call toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or visit our website at divorcecourt.com. Become a fan at facebook.com/divorcecourt. Divorce Court. Real relationships, raw emotion. Testimony continues now.
Ms. Thomas, you say that Mr. Martin thinks he's always right, one, and two, cannot get into a normal conversation without losing his temper. Why don't you give me some examples of that behavior?
Okay, we went to a fast food restaurant like last week, you know, and I went in to get the food while he stayed in the car, and I came back out, and I bought him a chicken sandwich because he likes chicken sandwiches. So he got mad because I didn't ask him what he wanted. And I'm like, are you serious? You know, so that started an argument. And it's like, well, why are you assuming that I wanted that? And what do you have? I'm like, I have a burger. And he's like, well, that's what I want. And I'm like, are you serious? You acting like a little kid?
Mr. Martin, what is your take on that event?
First of all, that is not true. Second of all, the reason why I was upset, because it's me, her, and the grandchild. We're stopping at a fast food place, and simply she just went in. There was nothing interrupting me to where she couldn't talk to me about it. She just came in with a sandwich. And I was upset for the simple fact that she didn't even ask me. That's just like if I take you somewhere to eat and I let you and your child go in, aren't you gonna ask me, well, babe, what do you want? You're not just gonna assume I want a chicken sandwich. You know, and that's what I was trying to make a point. Our communication is bad. It's like, don't assume.
Yeah, and I got that. Why didn't you say, hey, babe, get me, as she's out, you know what I mean? I'd like a... You know, because nobody can go anywhere in a restaurant with me. This is what I want.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, and I respect that, but why am I the bad? Why am I the victim?
Well, I don't think you're a victim. I think you're the guy that got mad because he didn't get the sandwich and you didn't ask for the sandwich that you wanted.
Well, it's true, but you know what? I just feel like, you know, it's just respect. It's common courtesy. That's just like if I went somewhere to get something to eat.
I got that. But, Mr. Martin, I think that is the very tip of a larger problem that you say you have with her, which is you think she really doesn't listen, that she doesn't pay attention. I mean, you said a number of things in your papers about the manner in which you two can't communicate. You're a minister of some sort, correct?
I'm a hood minister.
A hood minister.
That's correct.
And define that for me.
Well, Hood Minister stands for Helping Our Own Discover, and I started a group called Hood Therapy, and it's helping our own people realize our own problems instead of running around trying to blame other people. So, basically, what I do is I give people advice, whether it's friendship, relationship, work, you know, anything.
What advice would you give you?
What advice I give myself? Don't get mad and maybe move on to somebody who don't want me.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
You say his temper's really bad, though. You know, he throws his clothes around. Oh, no, you just think he treats you like a maid. Is that it?
Yeah, Your Honor. He would get out the shower and leave his pants. That's like a trail of clothes. Like, hey, wait a minute, pick that up. Like, you know, sometimes I won't mind. I'll pick it up and not say nothing because I don't want no confrontation.
No, yeah.
So I'll pick it up, and it's like the more I pick it up and don't say nothing, the more he does it.
Do you have anything to say about that, Mr. Martin? Or?
You know what? I'm gonna say this. There's nobody perfect, okay? And if there was, they'd be able to walk across water without drowning. What I'm simply saying to you is that, you know what? I know in your past you've had men you don't trust. But now you have a man with wings. Let me fly you and let me take you to the places we need to go instead of being scared of everything. A scared woman cannot win.
Mr. Martin, it was almost a beautiful thing you said there. You had a cranky attitude with it. It was a beautiful concept, which leads me to what I'm going to ask you to do next, which is I'm going to need you both to tell me, you've told me why you may not get married, but now I'm going to need to know why you think you should get married.
When divorce court before your vows continues, can the couple's declarations of love convince the judge?
Should Lanese loosen up and play with Vernon's toys? Call 1-800-282-1991 to vote now and see if America agrees with your opinion. You'll also receive some valuable offers. Call now.
If you would like your case heard on divorce court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com and join the conversation on Twitter @divorcecourt. Real relationships, raw emotion. Divorce court continues.
Mr. Martin, I'm going to start with you since you had a little bit of it going on already. You've told me about all the problems that you have and the things that you're concerned about. Now I want to know why you're considering getting married. Why is this woman, Ms. Lanese Thomas over there, the woman for you? You got 90 seconds to sell me on it. Go.
I will tell you simply. For one, she's a beautiful woman. She's a loyal woman. She respects me and she handles her business. And for that, I'll never leave her side. But there's nothing perfect. Nothing perfect. And all I want her to do is just understand, you know, let's work through this together, you know? We can be a lot of things, but one thing I know is I'm not a fool for loving her, and I'm not a fool for sharing the things that I want to do with her, you know? And I hope that she understands that, yeah, it may sound silly, but this is your silly man talking, not your silly friend. So I want you to understand that. I love you with all my heart.
I love you too.
You know, Mr. Martin, you said lovely things, but every once in a while you would say it in a way I think you're mad. And I'm not sure if it's just me or if it's you or anything. Maybe that's just the way you speak or something. You seem to be annoyed by something. Are you you're a little cranky about something?
I'm not really cranky about anything. I just feel that, you know what, my love is serious, and I know some things sound funny and sarcastic, but truth of the matter, we've been going through this for a while now, and I want her to know.
You want to get it right.
Right. You know, it's serious fun. You know, you know, you have fun, but it's serious going through it. And so that's all I'm saying.
Serious business. Okay. Ms. Thomas, you've got 90 seconds to outdo him on a show of love.
He's handsome, sexy, loving, caring, sometimes understanding when he knows how to listen, you know. But other than that, he's a very kind person. And I really, it seemed like without him, I'm kind of lost because I'm so used to him being around. So, you know, I love him. Mm-hmm. And I think that we could get through this. And we'll be in the, you know, the marriage. I think it'll work.
That was a little weak, I gotta say.
Yeah.
It was a little weak, but I think I believed him a little more than I believed you. But that's okay.
God knows my heart.
That's all right. I look looked at your compatibility test, saw a couple of interesting things. First of all, Ms. Thomas, when I asked you what was wrong with you, you could only think of 2 things.
I don't think nothing's
I got
wrong with me.
27 I can list off the top of my head that's wrong with me. 2 things. You got to look a little deeper. You're not self-aware enough.
Oh, okay.
Just argumentative and stubborn. There's other stuff going on. You just don't know what it is, but you got to know what it is before you actually get married. Honest to God, it won't work out if you don't.
I don't know what it is because I think I'm
Do you know what she doesn't like about you?
Everything so far.
You don't listen. You can't manage money.
What?
Too freaky in bed, but hey, you know. We already knew that. And he's a little absent-minded. I don't think these things are too bad. You had a little more to say about what you didn't like about her. First of all, you were very self-aware. You were. You said, I got anger issues, I shout sometimes when answering. You're sarcastic in conversation. I mean, a lot of people wouldn't say that about themselves. It's very self-aware, and self-awareness is the first step towards betterment. So I was pleased to see that. He said about you that you talk over him, acts old-fashioned, police-like ways. I guess like she's like a sergeant in charge. And of course the sex thing, you know, it's gonna go again. And she doesn't listen to me. Let me ask you something, Mr. Martin. Are you looking for more of a traditional wife in a more, you know, you want a freaky, but you would like more of a, to be the leader in the home? Because both of you said he should be the head of the household and that women are more emotional and that should be taken into consideration when making decisions, which I found interesting, and I want to talk to you about that.
Judge Lynn Toler's ruling, next.
It's time for you to call 1-800-282-1991 to answer today's question. You'll receive some valuable offers. Call now.
Divorce court, Judge Lynn Toler's ruling right now.
Mr. Martin, I really want you to look at this communication issue. What aren't you comfortable with respect to what she does or what she doesn't say or the manner in which she does or does not listen to you?
I can make it a small version, easy version. I like an old school house with updated windows. I like the fact of a woman having discipline, respect, and not submissive. But at the same time, I want her to be experimental with me. And I feel like at some point she doesn't trust me, similar to what we said back to, and I hate to keep bringing up the past, but you know, as far as tying up, why would you be afraid of me to tie you up? But I can give you the keys to the house and be gone, and it's the same thing. So at the end of the day, it's about trust. And I just want her to trust me, regardless of what decisions we make together. Trust me. It's a big thing.
I do trust you, but I mean, that tying up, that's something new to me. I'm not. No.
Here's where I am on this issue. And you know, you saw me try to get you a little more freak over there. I was working on your behalf, I really was. But people have personal boundaries that have nothing to do with trust. It has to do with who they are and how they feel, and some things some people can't do. And it has nothing to do with the fact that whether she not trusts you, but it's just an emotional and psychological, it's a big deal tying somebody up. I've been married to my husband 25 years. We've been together 27 years. He can't tie me up. You know what I mean? I sleep next to him. I've never worried about him doing anything, but that to me psychologically is demeaning, and I can't go there. Exactly. And she may feel that way, and that has nothing to do, it's not a personal opinion or commentary on how she feels about you. It's her psychological thing. Just like, you know what I mean? You can't take it personally, the not getting tied up part.
Exactly.
But let me say this to you people. Once you put down those ropes, you got something going on here. I think you're two mature people. I think you're intelligent people. I think you have a sense of humor. Humor is essential in marriage. Yeah. If you can't laugh a few things off, you're in a world of hurt from the very beginning. I think you know what you want. I think you know how to get what you want. And I just like you people. I like you individually, and I like you together, and I would like you to take this woman down the aisle and marry her. Good luck to both of you. This matter is adjourned.
Well, Vernon has agreed to respect the boundaries Lanese has set for their relationship, and wedding plans are underway. Post a comment or submit your case at divorcecourt.com or call toll-free 1-877-311-2222. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter at Divorce Court.